Hey, it's me. So Google has announced that YouTube is rolling out a $100 million Shorts fund over the next year or so. So this is an interesting development for people like me who have made short content for YouTube for the past few years. But it isn't all short content that's applicable. It's videos under 60 seconds that are vertical videos to compete with apps like TikTok. And it is strange to see YouTube publicly incentivizing this type of content, given that over the past decade, they have systematically and publicly encouraged creators to create longer form content. They started selecting in 2012 for watch time over views as their main metric for video recommendations. They just mentioned this in their recent Creator Insider video. Now, from my personal experience, this doesn't mean relative watch time. It doesn't mean percentage of a video viewed. It means absolute watch time. That is, it's better to watch half of a 10-minute video than all of a 1 or 2 minute video. And from a certain perspective, this makes a lot of sense. They're a business that wants people to spend more time on their website, and if from that 5-minute session the viewer clicks another video, that's a 5-minute success compared to a 1-minute or 2-minute success. Since the viewer hasn't left the platform, it doesn't actually matter what they're watching, so long as they're watching for longer. Now, in that same Creator Insider video, they say that they began to select for satisfaction and responsibility in 2015. The main example they give of selecting for satisfaction and responsibility is user surveys. That is, they will ask you, after you watch a video, how you would describe a video, and then they will use that information to train a machine learning algorithm. Now, they do say that they don't want to overwhelm users with surveys, though, which I understand, and I find this very realistic, as I have never seen one of these before, and I'm very curious if you have. I asked my Discord as well as asking here on YouTube, and the majority of people have never seen one. They also briefly mention likes and dislikes, specifically saying one is not interested, and shares as measures of satisfaction. None of this seems to outweigh watch time, though, and all of this is a lot of information to say something that is probably readily apparent to anyone who has viewed YouTube over the past decade, and that is long-form videos are incentivized. Now, viewer habits may change over time, people might adapt slightly to new entertainment mediums, but I would contend that what people enjoy watching on TikTok, on average, is not so different than what people enjoyed watching on YouTube in the past. However, since YouTube incentivized making long-form content and disincentivized, in my opinion, making short-form content, there was a market opening. And this opening is not for a place where short-form videos could be made. It is a place where there is structural support for short-form content. That is, if you have an idea for short-form content, it is more likely to get a lot of views on TikTok than it is on YouTube. Anecdotally, I spent 1 month uploading on TikTok, and I passed my YouTube subscribers, with multiple videos over 1 million views. And a lot of views necessarily translates to a lot of marketability. Regardless of whether you pay attention to this, when was the last time you heard about a new YouTube star versus the last time you heard about a new TikTok star? Even if you can't name them, just if you heard about it. Now, of course, there's also the other aspect of this. There is horizontal versus vertical video. There is a disdain for vertical video, and that sprouted from the fact that YouTube traditionally only offered a horizontal player, that computer monitors are horizontal, that traditional film is horizontal, that our experience of the world is typically horizontal. It was a running criticism of any vertical video you saw uploaded in the 2010s, and there are still vestiges of this criticism, despite the fact that much video is viewed on mobile, where vertical is the native resolution. So on YouTube, short-form vertical video is being incentivized with a $100 million creator fund, whereas long-form video is being incentivized with better access to ad plays and structural support from the website. So if we assume that the priorities of a company communicated publicly are the same as their priorities behind the scenes, then we can assume that the recommendation algorithms are being trained to prefer these types of content. Which leads me to my final 2 questions. First, what does the format of a video communicate about the video? And second, where does this leave short-form horizontal video? Have you ever seen a video essay in vertical format? I haven't. And to be honest, I don't ever expect to. Vertical video seems to communicate a looseness, a relaxation, and I just happen to catch this moment aspect. This has been known for a very, very long time. Remember when Jimmy Kimmel did a new viral video every 4 minutes? His Wolf at Sochi video was vertical, and that was uploaded in 2014. And it's a great example because that piece of content only went viral because people believed it. I think people are more willing to believe vertical video, as well as forgive production flaws, because that's how everyday people record. Whereas they might have their guards up a little bit more when they encounter a horizontal video, even if the same amount of preparation went into both. Now, of course, that is a double-edged sword because vertical video is viewed as less legitimate in many people's eyes. I don't know if people will ever sit down to watch a 10-minute vertical video. And you don't have to look far to find the disdain that people have for creators who specialize in TikTok. Now, whether or not this is something that you agree with, this is now being reinforced on YouTube algorithmically, assuming Shorts is a priority and assuming no changes have been made to the watch time recommendations. This split is occurring where horizontal videos are long, they're timeless, they're high quality, whereas vertical videos are short, they're viral, they're spontaneous. There have been 100 sketches about making sure the video someone's trying to show you isn't too long. But when you're watching a vertical video, do you check the runtime at all? Now, just to be clear, there are still successful horizontal short-form video creators. However, many of them will tell you explicitly or even make content about the fact that what they do is not viable in the long term or that it is actively discouraged. It's probably frustrating to many of these creators to see that the content they've been making for years is once again encouraged, but only if it's vertical. Many of these people have been cropping their videos and uploading them to TikTok, not because they prefer the format, but because the opportunity for growth for short-form creators is higher. Now, taking all of this together, my personal belief on this is that the Shorts Fund is a good idea with a major flaw that indicates the misunderstanding about why TikTok is a popular platform. That is, the Shorts Fund is limited to vertical videos. You can upload a horizontal video to TikTok, despite it being heavily misformatted, and still see success. I have uploaded horizontal videos from my YouTube channel to TikTok without reformatting them, and they have outperformed their YouTube counterparts and continue to outperform them. It is an easy misunderstanding to make, but I believe that TikTok is not a vertical video platform, first and foremost. It is a short-form video platform with the spirit of vertical video. Your guard is lower, you are not as critical of production flaws, you believe the content more. It feels more viral. Even horizontal video on TikTok benefits from how vertical video is viewed. It must be good if it's a misformatted video getting recommended to me, plus it's horizontal, the mark of quality. And worst case, it can only be so long. But by excising horizontal video from their short form player, YouTube has already conceded that shorts are not a one-stop shop for the best short-form content. Shorts are just vertical video, and that's not why people are on TikTok. Find me one viewer who says they prefer TikTok because it has vertical videos. No, TikTok is using the same cell that YouTube began with. It's videos by you. Everyone can upload, everything is welcome, and if you do well, we'll pay you. After all, check out our rising stars. YouTube's counteroffer, by comparison, seems to be us too. But first, let's make some rules. So the Shorts Fund, in my opinion, is very close to a smash hit. The largest video website in the world is once again incentivizing bringing engaging content to the platform, whether it has ads or not, and they've created a short-form video player. If successful, this will lead to some level of separation between short and long form, and it will bring some discoverability to smaller creators who create good short-form content, which will in turn lead to new success stories. The issue I take with it, which I believe is also a structural issue with the program, is the constant blind spot that YouTube seems to have for horizontal short-form video. It isn't allowed in the Shorts player and seems to have been structurally disincentivized on the site at large, pushing creators to other websites or to very awkward cropping solutions. By the way, don't blame them. They're doing it because of the platform. My hope is that the future of short-form comedy is not solely vertical video, but the incentive structures at several platforms continue to push creators in that direction. I'd love to hear what you think, if you think about it at all, and how you feel about horizontal versus vertical video? Do you feel you have opinions on them? Are you more likely to dislike vertical video, no matter what the content is? Are you more likely to share a particular type of content? Do you feel like sharing a horizontal video is more of a burden? Does vertical video feel lower stakes? What do you come to YouTube for today as opposed to when you started using YouTube? Where do you tend to find new creators? And on which platform do you most expect to see a new viral video? Thank you so much for watching. I will make more sketches soon. Maybe like this, though. That was a vertical shape. I was gonna do it with two, maybe I should do it with two hands. Maybe like that. That wasn't much more clear, but point being, I'll make more. All right, I gotta go feed myself. Goodbye. Hey, it's me, Phil Jameson, or as many people call me in comment sections, this guy. Hey, thank you so much to my Patreon patrons who have been supporting me for month after month after month, one of the most reliable sources of income for short-form video creators. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.